Hi guys, it's ASBYT and welcome back to a brand new video. Now with the Samsung Galaxy S10 launch just a few days away, with MWC just about a week away, we have so much to look forward to in this wonderful world of tech. But just to add to that juicy, mouth-watering goodness, we've got news, we've got leaks of the Xiaomi Mi 9 and a possible Xiaomi Mi Mix 4, which might just look to rival Samsung's Note 10. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Hi guys, like I said, welcome back to a brand new video. Now, firstly, we're going to touch on the Xiaomi Mi 9, and then we're going to move on to the possible news of the Mi Mix 4. So, the Mi 9 is, of course, Xiaomi's flagship for this year. Most people, if I'm being honest, weren't expecting it yet. And that's because, simply in recent years, they've released their Mi flagship between April and July time. So the fact that this launch is due for just a few days, it's come completely out of the blue. Let's see what we're looking at. Firstly, much like Huawei's Mate 20 Pro and P20 Pro before it, and the Galaxy S10, we're going to have a triple camera, and it's going to be made up of a 48 megapixel and a 13 megapixel. Now remember guys, pinch of salt, we don't know this for sure, but that is a very strong latest leak. We can see that triple rear camera setup on the latest leaked images vertically in that top left hand corner. These cameras have a colourful accent around them, and the back design is very similar to what we've seen with a lot of Honor products recently, especially the Honor View 20, with that very vivid, colourful design. And again, bear with me on this because I am just a little bit colourblind, but it's looking a little bit blue-green to me anyway. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I can tell the difference between pink and black. Pink like the colour of my face, because it's warm in here and I'm wearing a jumper for some reason, and it's a turtleneck as well. What was I thinking? And we believe that back design is going to have a sort of holographic? That's not a thing. Holographic like tendency, similar again to what we've seen on the Huawei and Honor phones. It's gonna probably shift between different colors or different variants, shades of colors. Again, it's personal preference. I'm more of a subtle person in the design. I think it's a bit garish for me, that sort of look, but I know it's been very popular, like I said, on the Huawei and Honor phones. Holorific. And that holographic tendency comes, and I'm going to read this because, woo, the Mi 9 uses nano-level laser engraving and dual-layer nano coating. That's what it uses, and we're getting holographics because of it. Now, in terms of launch and release date, this is a massive shot to Samsung because they've been growing in sales year on year, and now I feel that they feel it's time to shoot for those big boys in Apple and Samsung. And the launch date, you guessed it, the 20th of February, exactly the same day as the Galaxy S10. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's an okay solid move, or do you think that's just a little bit snidey? Let me know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's of course one major rumour. The second major rumour is of course the launch will be at MWC. Either way, it's all within around a week of the Galaxy S10 launch, making it one of the first smartphones to receive the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, the latest and greatest from them, and it's going to be bam! Now the front has that water drop or teardrop or dewdrop or a drop notch design, and follows on very much from the likes of the OnePlus 6T that we saw at the end of last year. Here's a question: do you feel that that design is already a bit outdated, and do you think that they should have looked to have gone with the punch hole cutout, for example, that we're going to see from Samsung and we've seen from Honor, etc. this year? I mean, in my opinion, it certainly looks better than the Mi 8 last year, but that's not really, in my opinion, very hard. I don't think they put a lot of effort and time into the design of the Mi 8, and I think that's what let that product down. Its specs were great, its hardware was great, the design was a carbon copy of the iPhone 10. And when the likes of the Pocophone F1 came out with pretty much exactly the same look on the front, but a lot cheaper, similar specs, it was a no-brainer for many people. And I think their flagship, the Mi 8, got left by the wayside, which is possibly why they're trying to bang it out early this year and get as many... and get as many sales as possible through the doors. Because I'm guessing, don't quote me on this, I'm guessing they didn't sell the Mi 8 as well as they thought they were going to. Now, as a result of that new smaller notch, there is no room for 3D facial recognition that we saw on the Mi 8 Pro last year. Is that a big negative for you? Would you prefer to have seen a larger notch and that 3D facial recognition, or are you happy with the sort of less secure, perhaps 2D facial recognition that we see on a lot of those dewdrop notched phones. Now, a lot of these images do come to us courtesy of Xiaomi's senior vice president, who posted them on Twitter and the Chinese social media platform Weibo. Now, to finish off the leaked specs for the Mi 9, and again, remember, pinch of salt, a 6.4-inch 2280 by 1080 display, so a full HD plus display and not a quad HD plus display that again we're going to see with the likes of the Samsung Galaxy S10. Let me know whether that's a big thing for you in a flagship. A 3500 mAh battery capacity. Again, that capacity is highly likely on the Galaxy S10. Obviously, the S10 Plus is going to have a 4000 or 4100 mAh battery capacity, that little bit more. Android 9 with MIUI 10 over the top, of course Xiaomi skin. It's going to come in black, blue, white and gold. Out of those colours, what is your favourite? I mean, if the gold is holographic, whoo, that could look pretty sick. Stop saying sick. You're not cool enough to say sick. 32 watt fast charging. That battery will be charged by a 32 watt fast charging setup. Again, it seems unlikely we're going to see a micro SD card slot. That's not what Xiaomi tend to do on their flagships. And the RAM and storage variants, 6 and 128 gigabytes and 8 and 256 gigabytes. Pinch of salt. So if these specs are to be true, what do you think? And are they make or break for you? Are you looking to possibly get the Mi 9 this year? And if so, why? Before I let you go, we've got Mi Mix 4 information as well. There has been a patent filed which shows a Xiaomi smartphone with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 curved display edges. So it's looking like in the pipeline we have a Xiaomi phone which has the curved infinity display, which we've seen ever present on Samsung devices over the last few years, but wrapping all the way around the phone. So curved back, curved front, curved top, curved bottom, everything's curved. The curves of... It's been a long day again. And this, ladies and gents, even though there's no mention of a sort of an S Pen type for the Xiaomi device, regardless of whether it has the pen or not, the actual overall aesthetics of this device look very Note-like, boxy design, but the infinity display and the fully bezel-less display going top to bottom, left to right. I mean, is this what you've been looking for? Now, the design also shows a dual rear camera at the top left-hand side and what appears like no buttons. So similar to what we've seen with the Meizu Zero, a phone that I reported on about a week or so ago that Meizu are releasing that has no buttons whatsoever. Whether you think that's practical or not is another matter. No buttons and no ports. But the design looks very similar to that, but we do have a Type-C port on the picture anyway. Of course, using a curved display isn't new to Xiaomi. They used it with the Xiaomi Note 2, which was released in 2016. But since then, they haven't really done a phone similar. Now, we've kind of got the Note 2 on steroids. So actually, I said the Mi Mix 4, but it might be the long-awaited Note 4, because the Note 3 was a bit of a sidestep for me and didn't really follow the footprint that the Xiaomi Note line once started. Let me know in the comment section below if you're interested in this latest device and whether you think it's the Mi Mix 4, whether you think it might be the Note 4 or another phone altogether from Xiaomi, because they make about 1 million a year. Also, let me know if you're excited for their latest flagship, the Mi 9, which is due to be launched in about a week or so. So very, very close now. For unboxings, honest reviews, and breaking tech news, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You turn on the notification bell so that when I post videos, you are notified. Like and share if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, TP, peace out.